This documentary is featuring treatments, vaccines, and global aid organizations for the Ebola virus. This is Jessica Taylor, Abby King, Maina Valerie Polly, Kate Murray, and Sophia Saya.
The Ebola virus begins its work by attacking specific types of immune cells. The first to be hit are the dendritic cells. Dendritic cells have the responsibility of appearing infected in order to alert the T lymphocytes. These are white blood cells that prevent the virus from spreading by attacking the infected cells. Because the Ebola virus has attacked the dendritic cells, they can no longer send the proper signal to the T cells. This means that the T cells are unaware of the virus and do not do their job in destroying the Ebola-infected cells. Their antibodies are dependent upon the T cells for activation and therefore are not activated. The Ebola virus replicates rapidly. During the body's antiviral defense, the molecule interferon is used to intervene with the reproduction of a virus. But one of the Ebola virus's proteins, VP24, blocks an important protein that allows the work of the interferon to be completed. There is no way around for the body to fight Ebola, as some of the key parts of the immune system are unable to function.
It's extremely difficult to treat Ebola for a multitude of reasons. Ebola is a viral infection. Viral infections are far more difficult to treat than bacterial infections because viruses only make a few proteins, which means the treatment has to be very precise in order to hit its target. The Ebola virus also evolves, which means it is impossible to tell if a treatment that works today will work in the future. In addition to all of these obstacles, the safety measures required in presence of Ebola make it challenging to experiment with the virus and possible cures.
In the past, sick patients were transfused with blood of immune patients. For example, 8 patients from Kikwit, Democratic Republic of Congo, were transfused with blood donated by 5 convalescent patients. The donated blood contained IgG-EBO antibodies but no EBO antigen. All the patients were extremely ill with severe symptoms of Ebola. After being transfused, all but one of the patients survived, but it is unclear as to why or how it worked. Transfusion may work in treating Ebola, however, more testing is necessary to understand exactly what portion of the transfused blood cured the patients.
As of now, there is no vaccine or medicine approved by the FDA to cure or treat Ebola. Basic healthcare protocols such as administering intravenous fluids or IV fluids and balancing electrolytes or body salts, maintaining oxygen status and blood pressure, and treating other infections if they occur are used by some doctors. Experimental vaccines and treatments are in progress, but they have not yet been completely tested for safety or effectiveness. The GSK vaccine is being tested in Mali, the UK, and the US. The tests are being headed by the University of Oxford using the antiviral drug Rincidofir. This drug works by interfering with the virus's ability to multiply. Up to 140 patients who have given their consent will take the drug as a tablet twice a week for 2 weeks.
In the future, patients with Ebola may be treated with a serum made by MAP Biopharmaceutical Incorporated in San Diego, California. It will be made using 3 different purified antibodies. In one patient from Uganda that was diagnosed with Ebola, the doctors tried treating him with therapy, which failed, and as a result they gave him a ventilator and placed him on dialysis. A device called the hemopurifier was connected to the dialysis machine that was filtering the patient's blood. The filter was made of a protein that is like glue for proteins found on the surface of the Ebola virus. Over the next 6.5 hours, the filter extracted the virus from the blood. Prior to treatment, the patient had 400,000 Ebola virus copies per milliliter of blood. Following treatment, there were only 1,000. The device managed to trap 242 million copies of the virus. The patient does not need dialysis or a ventilator anymore and is walking on his own.
Many countries are working to aid in further treatments for Ebola by donating money to research. The countries that have donated the most so far are the United States of America, the United Kingdom, and Germany. Many other countries promise to donate more in the future. Organizations are helping to raise money as well, including the Red Cross, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, United Nations World Health Organization, and many more. All of the money raised is given to research organizations to help find treatments and vaccines for Ebola.
Though there are no current foolproof treatments, there is a bright future regarding the curing of Ebola. Ebola is a challenge, but it provides an opportunity to make medical history and will soon be another disease that is a thing of the past.